I have above average friends, and sometimes they make cool stuff and send it to me. And rather than me tell you all about this, why don't I let them tell you about this? So let's look up Tone Hunk 3000.
Hello? Oh, dude, why are you calling so early? Oh, yeah, Australia. I forgot. Okay, yeah, I'd be happy to tell everybody about the Spearhead. Yeah, all right. This is the Spearhead. It is my new, I want to say boost pedal, but it's so much more than that. Basically, I started playing live, and I kind of leaned towards single channel amps. And then I would have to roll my volume knob, and that really wasn't working for me because the sound would change too much. Sometimes it would work, but it's inexact. And so then I switched to volume pedals, and it was a little better for what I was trying to do, but that was not really delivering what I really needed. I really needed some contouring. So this was the idea, basically. I could have sort of like a Angus Young kind of distortion tone, not full blown out, and it can easily get clean. But I needed to be able to boost it hard and make it really easy to play. And sometimes when you're boosting, the tone gets big and round, but now the bottom end isn't tight. So now you have a separate low cut, which will tighten up the bottom end, but you can make the boost as big as you want or contour your original sound. So now when I use this, I have my main rock sound, I have a tighter sound, and I have kind of the full blast sound as well. That's the idea.
Let's have a listen to what this low cut control does to get started. I love that this has an independent foot switch so that you could use it to transform the fundamental sound of your amp. If you took something that's quite gainy and flubby, throw on the low cut as an always on switch, and then you've still got the boost section. Alternatively, if you've got an amp that you love the tone of without the pedal in the signal chain, but you find adding the boost makes it flub out, you can use that low cut to just finely tune the boost. And of course, cranking the low cut and the bass control has a pretty unique effect on there as well. You're cutting low end, but also boosting it in a different place. So let's have a listen to this Les Paul custom straight in with a bunch of dirt, and then we'll bring in the low cut control slowly, then I'll play around with the boost side. Very, very nice indeed. You hear what I mean about the low cut essentially changing the character of the amp, and then the boost layering on all the grease and goodness. Let's start with something crunchier, and what I'm going to do is introduce this push control. So we'll start off with the push control out of the circuit, and I've just got a little bit of boost, and I'll add a little bit of low cut on there. Then I'll bring in the push and turn that knob up as we go. You can see the tone and the bass are at noon. That's a fairly neutral setting on those. And again, I'm not really adding much of a boost, so I'm going to be using this push section. Conversely, if you want to add a little bit of beef to a bright guitar, you can do that, especially with the bass control. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to set the low cut on here very conservatively, but I am going to use it. So I'm going to use that to like enhance the brightness coming out of this Gretsch. And then I'll use the boost, the push, and mostly the bass control on there just to add a little bit of beef without sending things too crazy. vibe with the Strat. I've got the push out of the circuit at the moment. You'll see when I switch it in, but the boost and push controls are quite low, around 9 o'clock. Great, just to add a little bit of something on top of an already cooking guitar tone as well. What I'll do is I'll keep the low cut around 9 o'clock. I'll bring it in and out just so you can hear the subtle difference, especially on the Strat. I don't think it needs that much, but then using the boost basically to go from a high gain rhythm sound to a saturated high gain lead sound. You know, it's no surprise that I love the way this works. Michael and I have a lot of similar tonal preferences. We've got very similar influences, and it's so exciting to see this pedal come to life. I really do have above average friends. If you want to learn more about it, I'll drop a link in the video description. You can, of course, check out Michael's channel. I'll link that one, and the LPD website. Very, very impressed with this, and I would like to try more of the LPD pedals in the future. Top-notch build quality, great features, and it just embiggens an already great tone, in my opinion. That's what I like about this style of pedal, and I'm going to be using this one a lot. In fact, I think this would be a great addition to a compact modeling rig. You know, throw this in front of something like a Fractal AM4 and it can compensate for your different guitars and change up the tones in your signal chain without taking up a block in there and while maintaining a nice tidy footprint. If you'd like to learn more, like I said, it's all in the video description. Why don't you go grab your guitar and make some loud guitar noises now, and I will see you all on the next one.